Hey y'all, back with another review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 8, episode 12 and 13. We are almost at the finale, y'all. And I'm so glad because this season has just not been given. It has just not been given. So I was like, I can knock this out. I just got home from work. My husband's gonna go get my child from daycare in a minute. I got cycle class at 6. So I was like, I can knock this out, eat a snack, get ready for cycle class, go exercise, and get it over with. I'll probably do marriage and medicine tomorrow. And Hood Health Report episode 2 will be out tomorrow as well. So yeah, y'all. Let's get to it. Real Housewives of Potomac season 8, episode 12, Blazed and Confused. So this episode starts with Ashley and Giselle. They're going to a fabric store to get stuff for their line. They're doing their athleisure line, G&A, and they brought Mia and Robin with them. The Green Eyed Bandits and Co., also known as the Light Skin Coalition. I'm gonna just go on. They start talking about what word am I gonna use that YouTube don't flag? I'm just say cookie. They just start talking about, oh, does your cookie sweat when you're working out? And they talking about how, because they don't wear underwear when they work out. So, oh yeah, Mia said, yeah, my crack too. So make sure that, the pants aren't lined in case people don't wear underwear, because I don't wear underwear, and put a little extra fabric in the crotch for the said sweat, the cookie sweat and the crack sweat. Okay, cool. They sit there talking about that for a little while. Then they talk about how Karen was upset. How Karen was upset that Mia and Robin rejected her last minute invite. And I'm just like, girl, ain't nobody finna. I think Mia said it was like 12 hours. So you asking me the night before to come on some trip? Yeah, Karen was tripping with that one. But we all know that Karen invited them last minute so that they wouldn't be able to come. Like, we all get that. But her trying to act like that wasn't the case, it's like, okay, girl. And then next they talk about how Happy Eddie doing an event for his tree, his new weed line or whatever. Next we see NECA at the house. And was that LeBay? Was that LeBay at the house? LeBay looked like she felt the way that NECA had other friends and that NECA is on the show and she's not. Because we all know that LeBay, I don't know how to say her name because they all say it each time different. Lebe. I'm going to just say Lebe. They showing NECA getting ready for the party that she's doing. She's doing an unpacking party. An unpacking party. She's getting ready. She's talking about how it's going to be catered, all this good stuff. So apparently she has a champagne line. Because remember, y'all, she loves champagne. She drinks it all day. In the morning when she takes her vitamins, she washes it down with champagne. So she has a champagne line. She said, she sped through it. She didn't take years on years developing her champagne line. It took her 4 or 5 months. I was like, oh, okay, so you got some black label and put your name on it. Nothing wrong with that. But don't act like you developed something and saying, no, it took 4 months. That don't even make no sense. So she's talking about how she is going to go to Wendy and Eddie's event. She did invite me, so we must be getting somewhere. I suppose I'll be at the event. Next, we see Candace asking Chris. Candace and Chris, they're in their bedroom. She's asking him how is he going to feel about seeing forehead and ankles. Ashley and Giselle. And he's just like, I mean, I don't care. She's like, even after the allegations, after all the stuff that they said last season, he's like, I don't care. I'm cool. I can be cordial with anybody. He's not phased by it, even after the allegations, because I'd be like, I ain't worried about them. I ain't worried about them goods. After Ashley talking about he was feeling on her friend booty and Giselle talking about he made me go into a hotel room. I would pay them dust. But Chris, he don't be trying to be in the mess. He be always trying to squash it, stuff, and that's why he was in this predicament anyway with Giselle, because he was trying to speak on Candace's behalf on how they need to squash it, how they need to squash it. And he wanted to talk to Giselle directly to try to squash it. Not that he deserves what Giselle get to spewing afterwards, but Chris, that should show you that everybody ain't gonna be friends. So don't go out on a limb trying to make stuff work between between Candace and Giselle. Let that be your lesson. So Candace is gonna stop by, but she can't stay because she has to film for her TV show that she has on All Black. I think it's called Hush. And I was like, oh, okay, because those are her character's braids. I don't watch the show, but I've been seeing clips of it because I'm like, she get these braids the exact same, like, often. And not that she can't do that, but I'm like, I wonder why she do that. As many hairstyles as she'll kind of play with. I was wondering why she got them braids with the blonde and the brown mixed in there. So I'm like, oh, that's her character's hair. So we'll be seeing more of that on Candace. Next, we see Wendy and Eddie. They're getting ready for their event. They're talking about how they got two strains. They got Happy Eddie, they got Mellow Eddie, and they're coming out with a new strain, Zen Win. I was like, this is too cute, real cute. And the girl that they're working with, right? Now, is it me? The lady's name Hope. But do y'all remember dialing all the way back to Love and Hip Hop Hollywood days? Ray J had an assistant named Morgan. Is that Morgan? Because that looks exactly like Morgan. I was like, they gotta be sisters, cousins. If it's not the same girl, they gotta be related. It's the whole doppelganger out here. I swear, Hope looked just like Morgan. If that's not her, man. She looked just like her. So I was kind of distracted by that, to be honest. I'm like, did I even really remember what was going on in this scene? I think I got good notes though. So at the event, Hope tells them that they can't roll tree. They gotta roll oregano. And I'm like, I wonder if that was just in the event in general, or was that Bravo being like, we promoting it, but we ain't promoting it like that. But I think they did say that they had some samples and stuff, some pre-rolls in the grab bags that they were able to take home. So Karen gets there, and her and Mia immediately get to arguing. Like, it was just, I don't even know how it started, y'all. Basically, Mia was like, I don't do second string invites. Karen was like, girl, you were barely second string. You was like backup, like just insults back and forth. Mia said, okay, old dog, learn some new tricks. And Karen was gagged for a second and then turned around and was like, you the trick. You the trick, Mia. And it was just so much back and forth. So as soon as Giselle walks in, I want to say, was it Ashley? I want to say Ashley ran over to Giselle to tell her what happened. So by the time Giselle even get to the other girls, she's like, oh, hi, Karen. I heard you were an old dog. I was like, can you at least let the girl walk in and just get the full story from everybody? Like, go brief her in the corner. It just be so extra. This is why the Light Skin Coalition gets on my nerve. Because what was the reason? What was the reason? So Giselle comes in, she don't even speak to Wendy. Like, this her event. Why do you want to speak to that girl? She's like, oh, we never speak. Okay, but this is her event that you came to. Yeah, I'm sure that production made her invite Giselle, or, heavily pushed that she should be inviting everybody, but it was just annoying. So I don't care about what production be saying. I wouldn't have invited Giselle. As nasty as she be, as rude as she be, as much as she tries to ice Candace and Wendy out, I would not invite her. So Giselle sees Chris and gonna say, oh, he gained some weight. He must be stress eating. Girl, your neck gained some weight. Shut up. Giselle just be getting on my nerves so bad. Because it's like, on this show, she serves no purpose other than to be rude and nasty. Like, it's just so upsetting. It's just so upsetting. At the end of the event, well, Robin was talking mess, talking about, well, if I wanted to roll a regular, I just could have stayed home. Girl, you could have stayed home regardless. You don't even like this girl neither. Both of y'all could have stayed home and had y'all some brunch and blunts to your daggone self. Wendy's like, well, I'm glad everybody came and I'm glad that we had a good time. Everybody's getting along and laughing. Giselle annoying self. Who? Was I laughing? I don't remember laughing. Production rolls back that beautiful bean footage and shows us that Giselle was indeed enjoying herself, cackling, cracking up at multiple points of the evening. And that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the point in acting like you didn't have a good time at this girl's event? That's not saying that you and her was chatting it up, having, girls' time, but you enjoyed yourself with the rest of the group, regardless of where you was. That shouldn't be hard for you to admit, but this is Giselle we're talking about. So Robin asks Mia about wanting to divorce, because remember when they were in the salt caves, they talked about how she wanted the divorce. Mia is basically like, well, I mean, yeah, I still want the divorce, but I can't leave him now. I'm all that he's got since he was outcasted from his family. She said, I would look terrible if I left him now. She say, well, we working it out and all that. She like, girl, I want to leave, but I don't want to leave him by himself. So here we are. At least she being honest, child. At least she being honest. Next, we see Nneka goes over to Wendy and she asks her for a one-on-one. Because, Wendy said, when Nneka invited all the girls, when Nneka invited all the girls to her unpacking party, Wendy said out her own mouth, you missing some steps. There's some steps in between there. Nneka tried to give that some pushback, but she agreed as well because she had said previously, I wish that I had sat with her one-on-one and had that discussion. So now Nneka is being mature about this and asking Wendy for that one-on-one. But they can never be mature at the same time. So if one person is being mature and sincere, the other person has to be dramatic and difficult. And it's just a back and forth this whole season. It's been so exhausting. So Wendy's being difficult and she's just like, I gotta make sure that it's rooted in sincerity. Why else would she ask you, girl? She got enough people to film with. She don't need to film with you to stay on the show. So if she asks you, I just feel like there's a sense of sincerity there. She's not doing it just to get in with the group. Most of the girls don't even like you for that to matter. So I just feel like, why wouldn't it be rooted in sincerity? And like I said, Wendy doing this was annoying because it's like, ain't this what you said you wanted? This is literally what you said you wanted. So she said she's gonna think about it. Next we see Nneka's unpacking party. She invites all the ladies and it's a pajama party. Everybody comes in with their cute little PJs or a cute little two-piece. I don't think Mia had on PJs. She had on like a cute little two-piece butterfly set. Y'all, why Giselle come in there with like a little house dress on with her bra straps hanging all out? And I'm just, why can't you ever look put together? Even though she hasn't been nearly as tacky as she has been in past seasons on this season, she still just does not look well put together. And this was the perfect example. You ain't have no cute little pajamas, no cute little two-piece lounging sets. You gotta wear the spaghetti strap house dress with your bra straps hanging all out. I get it's a pajama party, but it's still a party. It's still other people there. We still filming. You look like you finna go in the kitchen and make some pancake and eggs for your man. Get it together, Giselle. It just blows me so bad. So bad, y'all. So everybody gets there. Where we at? Everybody gets there, and Karen and Mia, they having spillover argument. I don't even know what's going on at this point. I know I didn't even take notes on this because I was just like, Who here they go being exhausting again. I get it. Karen don't really care for Mia anymore because Mia started that whole. Well, I don't know if she started it or if she just perpetuated it. Talking about Karen was cheating on Ray, having sex with somebody in the bathroom. Yeah, that'll make me not like you as well. But the way that they have to go back and forth, it just be so exhausting and so catty. So they arguing. They talking about this, that, and the third, and Karen's talking about, well, I ain't gonna talk about how you was cheating on Gordon with some rapper, and I'm wondering, is that the guy that she's talking about now? He's a radio host, I think. He's not a rapper though. So that happened. Next, we see Wendy's friend Kiarna comes, and she says that Wendy isn't coming, but she's gonna deliver the news. And I'm surprised that they're surprised that Wendy isn't there because Wendy told the girl straight up, I think you skipping some steps. I don't know if I should be coming to your house yet. So I didn't expect Wendy to even be there. I'm not sure why everybody else did. So she really got them, she don't have them unpacking like her stuff. She's got them unpacking her wedding gifts. So it's like a lot of stuff from Crate and Barrel. I see the Crate and Barrel boxes. They were like, girl, didn't you get married 2 years ago? Why is this stuff still in boxes? They unpacking some of the wedding gifts. Talking about who cheap. Who is Natasha? Natasha don't like you. That's all she got. That cracked me up. Then they played the game of Never Have I Ever. The first question, it was like, never have I ever paid for some vitamin D. And then I sitting there like, no. And it was an Ashley, and it was like, Sharice, so you've never y'all, that cracked me up because I was thinking it too. Sharice definitely gives. Let me pay some little young 30-something-year-old to come over here, bust it down, rub my feet, and get lost. Sharice gives those vibes. Sharice, it don't look like she want to go out and find a man for real, for real. She want a man to fall in her lap. And until then, she gonna be paying young little tenderonis. That's what happens in my head. She said no. She was appalled at the accusations. She was so appalled. And she was just like, no, why would I do that? I ain't gotta pay no man. Y'all, it had me cracking up. No, I need my water. And that's how episode 12 ended. Who said something on my Facebook? I'll get to it. So episode 13, sharing is caring. Okay. We see Ashley goes to Mia's house and they're just going to sit and chat, you know. Meanwhile, in the house, while Mia is getting ready for Ashley to come over, Gordon is getting ready to go to the kids' field day. He gonna ask Mia, did you iron my shirt? Did you iron my shirt? Negro, who is you talking to? You ain't got no job. You ain't busy. Go iron your shirt. Like, what? Did you iron my shirt? Boy, for when you going to field day, your shirt don't need to be pressed. Okay? Anyway. Mia asks Ashley about her divorce and how she feels and is she really going to go through with it. Ashley is basically scared of losing her financial stability that she has with Michael's money. Because, you know, she done told the story about her and her mama Sheila, how Sheila was homeless. Sheila was living under the bridge. I don't think Ashley ever lived under the bridge with her. I think that may have been the time where Ashley was living with her grandparents. But Ashley had been homeless with her mom for a little while. So she feels secure with Michael's money. I don't blame her. But that's what's holding her back with going full speed forward with the divorce. And so Mia jumps in and was like, okay, hold up, back up. Let me tell you what G said. G said he don't think y'all should divorce. He don't know if y'all gonna divorce. And he said that he don't think we would divorce either. He said that we would have some type of arrangement. They do a little flashback to G talking about, yeah, you know, I don't think why we would have to leave each other. We could just have an arrangement. And I'm sure that's the arrangement he was talking about they had when he came forward to say that Mia was cheating on him a couple months ago. How he was like, you can date whoever you want to date, I'm an old man. I ain't got that energy for everything she's trying to do. So if she want to do something, she can do something, but don't let it affect our house. Don't let it affect our kids. I'm like, Gordon, that was probably valid when you still had money, but if she has to provide for your household and you not bringing in no income, there's no reason to keep you around. Like, she didn't marry Gordon for love. She said it. She said it before. Like, that's not what the case was. So Gordon thinking that they would have an arrangement still when he's not the breadwinner. It's like, nah, baby, she ain't got no reason to keep you around. If she wanted to go out here and dip it with other men, she can find another man. At least one that could do 50-50 on the household. Because apparently Mia don't mind paying her part. Like, she a gold digger, but she ain't that deep of a gold digger where she don't expect to go in her pocket for nothing. So I'm like, at the very least, Mia gonna find somebody that can go 50-50 with her. She's not gonna just be staying with you for the sake of staying with you while you figure it out. Not to say that Gordon ain't gonna never be able to make money ever again, but she ain't gonna be sticking through it. She ain't about to be sticking through it. Next, they kind of touch on how Ashley's birthday is coming up and they're planning a trip to the DR. Next, we see what we see. We see Nneka and Wendy meet up. A lot of people feel like Wendy is doing Nneka how she's doing her because Wendy wants to be the only Nigerian woman on the show. I don't necessarily feel like that. I just feel like Wendy's petty and annoying, but I don't think she'd take it to that extreme. I think my child home maybe. I don't think she'd take it to that extreme because it's truly not that deep. And even when we saw them first meet, where they were at Ashley's housewarming, Wendy was very warm and welcoming. Didn't she give Nneka her number? Wasn't she? It looked like she was trying to, make it be something up until she found out that Nneka was having these conversations with Ashley, even though she misremembered it and brought it back wrong. Nneka still had smoke. Nneka still had animal on her chest, which is what Wendy's problem is. And I can't blame her. So she tells her the whole thing about how Ivy was telling Lebe that Wendy said Nneka was a clout chaser and was using her name to get in the group. I don't doubt that, but at the same time, I think we need to look at the root of the problem. Nneka might be a clout chaser, but the main clout chaser here is Lebe. Don't forget them texts that Wendy leaked with Lebe talking about, oh, who's your plastic surgeon? I need to get my body done. I need to look right and da-da-da-da. And well, he told me that if I know you to for you to do the referral and this and the third, that might move me up the list and this and that. Okay, well, girl, I told him that I know you. I gave him your name, so I got moved up the list, girl. Da-da-da-da. And I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, because if you want to be on TV and you want to get your body done and you want to get all these things, go for gold, baby. Go for gold. But it's just a way, I guess, to where you could do it to not look so clout chasey. But I feel like, Wendy, you should understand. Didn't you do the same thing with Karen? Didn't you have this same problem with Karen or one of the girls in the group where they were like, you don't know me to use my name to get in this group like that? So, yeah. So they get into the whole conversation. Wendy said, what did I ever do to you for you to come at me like that? Nneka keeps bringing up, well, your mom sent my name to the shrine and your mom did this. Not my family, me. What did I do to you? Wendy does that for a little bit, and then she basically wants her to apologize for calling her mom a witch. Nneka apologizes in a roundabout way. And then it was definitely given, I'm going to apologize and I want you to apologize too. So Nneka was like, well, this is traumatizing to me too. You called me a crackhead. Wendy, and this happened and this happened. And I'm traumatized by this too. And Nneka truly seems to be fazed by this. She's crying. She seems very upset. She seems very sad. I was a bit thrown off. I was a bit thrown off because it's not like y'all friends. It's not like y'all started off as friends. It's not like y'all had a real relationship. Y'all just knew of each other and met a couple times. Y'all just knew of each other and met a couple times. So, I mean, I guess I'm not invalidating her feelings. I'm just saying I was thrown off by it. And Wendy is like, girl, I'm over it. I can move forward and we can coexist. I'm over it. And for me, this all boils down to, even though, both people have their annoying moments or their wrong moments, because Nectar, you definitely shouldn't have called that girl mama a witch. But at the root of this is why I feel like mamas don't need to be on these reality shows with their daughters. They always bring more mess than necessary. They always create beefs for their kids and their co-workers that just don't have to be. Look at Mama, what's that? Wanda on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Look at Betty on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Look at Candy on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not Candy, but Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She done had little beefs stirred up just because she being messy. And I just feel like they should learn. People need to learn. Stop bringing your mama on reality shows with you, because it's never gonna turn out good unless your mama is the church lady who mind her business and ain't gonna say nothing to nobody. Don't bring her on this daggone show. None of these reality shows. So next we see Candace and Chris. They're at home and they're basically having a little argument. Um, he's talking about she's shopping. She bought a purse, but I guess she didn't open the purse. And he's like, "How much you spent on that? 6 figures, $10,000, da da da." And he gets to the root of his issue, which I don't know if it's necessarily shopping, but he's mad that she's busy. He brings up how he had to quit his job at the rooftop bar the year prior, and because she said he was too busy, he didn't have no time for her while he was working. He was working too much. Now he done quit to be, a content creator and trying to do stuff from the house. And she's busy. She's on tour. She's filming scripted TV. She's filming reality TV. She's doing all these things that's taking her from the house, and he's feeling a way about it. I see both sides. I see both sides, because not to say that Chris can't be fulfilled in his job, because he has that right to be. He don't have to run around and be a husbander or keeping up with Candace and her schedule. But her career and the things that she's doing is a bit more time sensitive. Like, he can always go get a job in a restaurant. He can always go manage a restaurant. He can be 50, 60 years old and still managing a bar, working in a restaurant, owning a restaurant. He can always do that. She has to strike while the iron is hot. She has to go on tour after she releases music. She has to film a show while they're still wanting her in auditions. So I can kind of see it from Candace's side too, where it's like, not that my job is more important than yours, but it's time sensitive. So just work with me here. He also brings up, what about our frozen embryos? Are we going to have this baby? And she has a vulnerable moment. She is nervous about what's growing in her breast. Now, I think previously we thought that she had like cysts or like benign tumors or something like that. But I think here she said that they're swollen lymph nodes. She wants to get them removed because she has a history in her family of breast cancer. So, he's telling her, relax, it's not that deep. It's not that easy for her. She has that doom and gloom of, I might get breast cancer one day because I'm predisposed because of my family. So that is making her nervous on doing the implantation, because she's already did the IVF. They already have the embryos and stuff. So she's nervous about a baby growing in her causing something else to grow in her. Understandable fear. Go get a second and third opinion. Make sure you truly get what needs to be done for your health and your sanity to go forward with having your babies. Next, we see Grace's graduation day. The twins made her a little scrapbook that made her cry. Giselle tells us a million times she's gonna cry. She's so proud of her daughter. They have the little dinner. We see her and Jamal doing a little toast for Grace. And she's going off to college. So I think, cute little moments that Giselle's only redeeming quality is her as a mom. That's it. Next, we see Mia, Nneka, and Robin go shopping for the Dominican Republic, Ashley's birthday trip. She said, Robin said she's inviting everybody. Nobody's excluded. Even Wendy's coming. Nneka tells them about her and Wendy's sit down. She feels like it was pointless, and she feels like Wendy was gaslighting her. I'm like, here go the dramatics. Here go the dramatics. And I'm like I said, I don't feel like Wendy has to accept her apology, because if you come at my mama sideways, regardless of if my mama did what you said she did or not, because I think her mama said this, if you come at my mama sideways like that, I'm going to always have a little bit of smoke for you. I don't think I could be your friend, because what I look like being friends with somebody that's going to dog my mama out like that. So I'm not necessarily mad at Wendy for not wanting to immediately be so friendly with Nneka right out the gate. Like, prove to me that you can be nice and kind and loyal. I can't be friends with you if the taste in my mouth is still there of you bad mouthing my mama. And also, Wendy ain't doing, she annoying with it, don't get me wrong. Wendy ain't doing nothing more than what Robin and Giselle doing to her and Candace. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If Giselle can try to ice them out and not talk to them, I'm not that mad at Wendy doing the same to Nneka, especially because she has a reason to. So next we see the ladies getting ready for Dominican Republic. They are boarding the plane to go there, and they have Kiana with them. So apparently Kiana is Wendy's friend. That's how we first was introduced with her. Wendy brought her to lunch with her and Candace. But Kiana also knows Robin. Robin was introduced to Kiana through Giselle. Giselle knows Kiana because Kiana was a hairstylist, and she's friends with Cal, which is Giselle's hairstylist and friend. So that's how Giselle met her to introduce her to Robin for her to be on this trip. So Robin, they're going on a little sprinter to the villa, and Robin is like, so we're staying in the villa. Ashley was like, one villa? Just one? It's like 12 of us. We staying in one villa. Okay, let's see how this shake out. Karen, she's telling them that Ray comes here every year for a golf trip. And one time when he was there, the maid, some woman answers the phone. He claims it was the maid. Everybody's sitting there like, the maid's don't answer the phone. Okay. So they get to the resort. It's a nice villa. It's 8 rooms, I believe. 9 rooms? 8 rooms. 4 singles, 4 doubles. She gives the singles, she has a single, of course, Robin. She's the host of the trip. She gives the other singles to Ashley, Giselle, and Nneka. I gotta do that. And Nneka. Being messy, she said, since her and Giselle are always expected to share a room on this trip, then the people that gotta share a room shouldn't have a problem. I giggle because I'm like, that's fair. That's real. They do always put them in the crappiest room, the smallest room, and they gotta share. Remember when Ashley put them in there with them twin beds? Ashley put them in there with them twin beds, y'all. So Karen is not having it. She does not want to share a room. I think they had her sharing with Mia. She does not want to have a room. Ashley is willing to trade with her, but Karen is still mad because she's like, well, your room don't have a view. I need a room with a view. So she's talking to the concierge lady trying to get the room and da-da-da-da. And Ashley's like, I thought all the rooms were booked. You could do it when you got the Benjamins. But apparently, I don't know if production told that lady, don't find her no room. Or if they really scared the lady off for arguing and doing all that yelling and stuff, and the lady just got out of there as quickly as she could and was like, I ain't splitting these ladies up, and they're going to be all over the resort hollering, yelling, and causing the food. Ain't nobody got time for that. So Karen is being a whole child right now. She just sitting on the couch talking about, I guess I'm gonna sleep on the sofa. I'm gonna sleep on the sofa since I don't have a room. Karen basically cuss Robin out. Cuss Robin out when Ashley offers up her room. So she ends up just taking up Ashley's room, and Karen ends up taking Ashley's room, and Ashley rooms with Mia. She don't care. It's not that big of a deal. Kiana is sick. She's been sick the whole way there because she drank some champagne or something, and it's caused her ulcer to act up. So she's running out to the bathroom. Giselle is the only one that's checking on her. So she's just kind of like, why wouldn't your friend check on you? Why wouldn't your friend check on you? So that's going on. And at this point, the episode is wrapping up. And Giselle said, they flash back. Did they flash back or did my brain flash back? They mentioned how when NECA invited Karen to her house, Karen was like, oh, this is North Potomac. Okay, yeah, this is North Potomac. It's not really Potomac proper. Just being petty. Karen was being petty, trying to make NECA feel like she don't live in Potomac. She can't afford Potomac. NECA was like, this is 20854. I think that's what it is. This is 20854. This is the zip code that everybody tries to get in. This is Potomac proper. Okay? And the fact that she owns the home. And Giselle was like, well, I think we got a new Queen of Potomac. So I'm going to do a ceremony later on. A lot of people were mad at this. I thought it was kind of funny, to be honest, because Karen, you trying to be petty, telling this girl she stays in North Potomac, and it's not the Potomac that everybody's desiring. When A, you don't own your house, and B, do you even live in Potomac? Last I checked, you was in Great Falls, right? So if Karen can dish it, Karen need to be able to take it. So I found this moment funny because it was funny. Like I said, Karen, you started this. Had you not started this, talking about North Potomac, had you not started this wouldn't have even been a thing. But then the fact that you don't own your home and you don't live in Potomac, it's like you lined yourself up for those bullies, girl. I giggled. Plus, it was something fresh. It wasn't the same old argument about the same old thing, about the same old mess, about the same old rumors. It was a little light Kiki shade. It was stupid. It was petty, for sure. But it was just something light and funny to end off the episode with. Candace was extremely annoyed. Candace stormed off and went to her room. She was like, I'm not staying for this. I'm not doing this. Which that's her right. Like I said, it was a stupid thing to do, but it was funny to me because Karen started this trying to act like that girl lived in the slums of Potomac or something like that. So that's how these two episodes ended, y'all. I think the next episode, next week, we're gonna get the finale. I think we get the finale, and the reunions be 3 parts, which they do not need to be. So we still got another month of episodes, and I'm gonna try to do it every week. Just because I only have these 2 shows, Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine now, and I don't want to do an episode and reunion in one. I think I'll just go ahead. I think I will strive to do Potomac every week, like I'm gonna aim to do Married to Medicine every week for this last month. And I think once these 2 go off, we will get Martha's Vineyard Summer House after that. They didn't give a definite date, but they said that it was coming. I think they said it was like March or April, sometime in the spring. So I guess I will be picking that back up because it'll probably be the only thing that I review that'll be on at the time anyway. So I'll keep y'all posted on that. Hope y'all enjoyed the episodes and the review. And let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think Wendy wants to be the only Nigerian girl on the show? What y'all think? Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.